Hello chat, I'm Salty, welcome to my channel, and today in this video we're going to be using the team that Justin Knox used to get top 16 at NAIC. This is the code with the rental team on screen, and the paste will be down in the description down below, as well as a link to the VGC paste repository where I got the team from. This team consists of the restricted pair Lunala and Miraidon, using Miraidon's speed with the choice scarf, as well as Lunala's ability to operate within Trick Room, and as a kind of slower Pokemon. With support from the fake out users Incineroar and Rillaboom to rotate out and fake out your opponents, as well as Grimmsnarl to set up Light Screen and Reflect, and then use Thunder Wave to stop your opponents moving and to get them to react slower to you. Ogerpon is here as a redirect user and also carries Taunt to stop your opponent setting up things like Trick Room. There's no speed control on this team besides the Thunder Wave, so mostly you're relying on the Choice Scarf to outspeed your opponents. Let's get into some of the battles now, shall we? Right, so Fluttermane Koraidon lead. What we can do is go for a Thunder Wave on something. We know we're faster than it's resisted. We just go for Volt Switch because we know that we're going to be faster once I hit Thunder Wave. I could have gone for Draco into... Okay, I went for Protect, that's fine, honestly. That's actually the best case scenario for us, I think. And then once Fluttermane is paralyzed, we can go for Volt Switch. It's probably Focus Sash. Yep. And then we can switch out. Avoid the Fluttermane's attacks because we can switch into Incineroar, which also allows us to get a fake out onto Koraidon next turn. As Icy Wind, okay. That's fine. Go for fake out. And we could just go straight for Spirit Break, but I think going for a Light Screen is probably better. Just to get some damage resistance out on the board. So they would draw Koraidon, which is fine. They send out the Lunala. That's fine. Just means fake out does nothing this turn. There's Light Screen. Even better now against 2 special attackers instead of 1, and there's Moonblast into Grimmsnarl, which we don't survive, unfortunately, because it's a crit, that's why. However, now I can bring up Miraidon. And I can go for knockoff plus snarl. If the knockoff is blocked by wide guard, then we can still KO the Fluttermane this turn. And if not, then snarl KOs Fluttermane, and then we get the knockoff onto the Lunala. However, they switch Fluttermane, so we're not getting it KO'd this turn, and they switch in the Indeedee. That's fine. Or it should be fine. Just to reduce damage from the Miraidon. There's Snarl. Gets special attack drops, and then the knockoff. Oh no, the Meteor Beam. That's not good. We did reduce it down to neutral, so it shouldn't KO Ensign actually from this range. Yeah, because it's not +1, that's fine, and then knockoff goes and gets the KO on the NDD. That's actually completely fine. I was a bit worried for a moment there, but yeah, all good. So now that we have this, we can hit the attack again. They could switch in Koraidon here, which would be a bit of a problem. However, we do have... yeah, there's Koraidon. We do have Lunala in the back, so we can go for knockoff and switch in Lunala. As I think they know, they might switch in Fluttermane here, but we need to switch moves on the we need to switch moves on Miraidon, which is important here, so I'll switch that out. We also need to get Electric Train back up for some actual damage. So hopefully they went for... yeah, okay, it's Flame Charge. I was hoping for close combat or something, but Flame Charge works, I suppose. As Moongeist Beam. That's probably just going to straight up KO Lunala, yeah. Okay, well, we sacrificed Lunala for no reason. That knockoff should go into there, get the KO, nice. That was no item as well. It just used it with the Meteor Beam, so that's quite dangerous. But yeah, so we are Choice Scarf, which is good. Their Fluttermane is paralyzed too. If we were able to paralyze the Koraidon, that would have been huge, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. So, just have to make do. I think the Electro Drift might be a better choice. Have they terrored yet? No. They still haven't terrored. Which does kind of make me want to hit Draco Meteor, but then I can't hit the Fluttermane. So, I do have to go for Electro Drift. Into Koraidon, that's not too good, but I think I might just have to -1. I think I just have to go like this. They do terror this turn, okay. Well, I could have gone for the Electro Drift. Now I just need to win a speed tie and not miss. Fluttermane was paralyzed. There's close combat. We lost the speed tie. And that caused us to lose the game. It doesn't matter what I selected, we still lost. It's Life Orb. We are never surviving that. There is the knockoff. This kind of reminds me of the EIC finals. Koraidon versus Miraidon and Incineroar. And then... yeah, it's just hit a knockoff. It's going to fail because we're going to get KO'd by close combat, but what can you do? A pretty close game. I think if I won that 50-50 at the end, then yeah, I would have won. So it's not too bad. If I'd gone for Electro Drift, I think it would have been better anyway. I think Electro Drift was a better play, but I lost 50-50, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, good game. Right. Zamazenta Champao lead. This is honestly kind of fine because we can switch the Incineroar out this turn and go for a Air Reflect. Or we can go for a Fake Out. Plus this means we can kind of see what they want to do. So we go for fake out, obviously, priority. Then our reflect comes out. Phase icicle crash. And they reveal that they are life orb. So I want to go for a Thunder Wave into the Zamazenta now. Can't go for Thunder Wave into Chempao, so we should be relatively safe if it's just used Icicle Crush on... Yeah. That was a crit. There wasn't a crit, what? Why did that do so much more damage the second time? Right, so we've got Miraidon now. And Zamazenta's paralyzed. Let's set a light screen up, and or we can just go for Spirit Break. Let's go for a Volt Switch. We go for the Volt Switch. They protect, nice. So now we can just Volt Switch out and bring Incineroar back in. Get another stage of attack drop on them. And there's Heavy Slam, which doesn't even KO our Grimmsnarl through the Reflect and the drops, so that's fine. So yeah, we got 5 more times Reflect, so I can go for a Light Screen and another Fake Out. And then once Grimmsnarl goes down, we can bring back in the Miraidon. They don't know quite yet if we are Choice Scarf or not, since we aren't able to get the attack up because he used Ice Shard. If it's Icicle Crash and Ice Shard, it's probably the Ruination set. Which means that I really don't want it to be used against my Miraidon, Lunala. So we can go for Volt Switch. And Parting Shot. And then we can bring in Lunala. Go for Parting Shot. We can bring back in the Miraidon. I think Electric Drain might disappear in a second. So do need to be careful of that. Yeah, Body Press still does quite a bit of damage. I was kind of hoping it would be targeted into the other slot, but it wasn't. So we can Terastallize now. Could go for Calm Mind, but I kind of just want to go for a Moongeist Beam or a Moonblast. In fact, if I just go for a Moonblast and a Volt Switch, we should KO it either way. Even if it is Terra Dark, like they usually run. So yeah, we can Terra Fairy now. We should be perfectly safe. I don't think the heavy slam from the Zamazenta is going to be doing much at all. So we go first, which means that we're fast. Sorry, they're not Katering because they would be faster. So we can Volt Switch and bring back in the Incineroar. And now we've added another attack drop to the Zamazenta. There's Psychic, which gets completely ignored by Incineroar, and then there's Moonblast into the Calyrex, which gets the knockout. We could have gone for Moongeist Beam there, but I think just to cover for Terra was a good choice, as they've still not used their Terra yet. Okay, so Electricity disappeared this turn, which is fine. And they send out Tornadus in a Beast Ball. So we can go for Moongeist Beam this turn, and we can go for Fake Out onto Zamazenta. Tornadus goes for Protect, that's fine. Zamazenta can't move because it's paralyzed, but it did go for Protect as well. There's 1 extra HP of chip damage. I imagine it would be better for them to use Heavy Slam. And 1 turn of Reflect left, and they are not yet at -6. You know what that means. I could have gone for Parting Shot into the what's it called? Parting Shot into the I should have gone for Moonblast. I forgot that Terra Dark on Tornadus is kind of common. Goes for Rain Dance. I think we're gonna go for a so that it can't miss its moves, that's why. Yeah, if I'd gone for that into Tornadus, actually, that probably wouldn't have been a better play. Because then it gets a special attack drop, and then when I switch Incineroar back in, it gets the physical attack drop. Although I guess it also makes sense to tear away from the Miraidon weakness. Zamazenta can't move because it's paralyzed again. Reflect wore off. They forfeit, nice. That was a pretty good game. That's going to be it for this video, everybody. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like down below, and if you want to see my videos as soon as they are uploaded, make sure that you subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.